everyone! We're so glad people are enjoying the Donegan video for HoYoFair 2025, and we're really excited to get to show you a breakdown of how we made the song for you guys. If you haven't seen the video already, I highly recommend doing so first, since this video is going to contain spoilers. I'll put the link in the video description below. Without further ado, here's the making of Donegan.
When Kamille originally pitched the idea of a story merging Boot Hill's cowboy past with his sci-fi present, I was really excited for the opportunity to combine a lot of different genres of music, such as blues, rock, and electronic. She suggested the concept of a work song as the basis of the track to echo the narrative themes of community, family, and persistence. The key theme of the story was to show that Boot Hill is not solely a victim of violence and oppression, but also a hero that through willpower, love, and strength can overcome something designed to break him. Lyrically, we wanted to have words and themes be repeated that carry different meaning in different parts of the animation. The refrain of Donegan is repeated to emphasize the theme of exhaustion, but also the undercurrent of hope. We carry these themes into the music on the production side through the different instrumental and melodic choices. The track is separated into 12 verses or sections that start cowboy western with blues influence and grow into rock and electronic. This musical transition mirrors the narrative journey in the animation, and it's reflected in going from primarily acoustic instruments to mostly electric or synthesized instruments. We were influenced a lot by the Trigun Stampede OST, which is one of my favorites, Arcane, and Warframe when looking at references for the different sections. In the beginning, you can hear a lot of classic blues and western sounds, such as acoustic guitar, resonator guitar played with a slide, blues licks, and light percussion. As we transition into the rising action section, we begin bringing in more rock elements with different electric guitars. As more glitchy weirdness begins happening in the animation, we musically foreshadow the reveal by adding pulsing synth bass, reversed piano, and other reversed textures. I worked closely with Kamille on the animation side to discuss when we wanted the change to happen, which was about 40% of the way in with the rising action section, and then at the halfway mark exactly is where the switch up or reveal happens. Once we reveal that all the previous scenes were flashbacks or distorted memories, we switch out the light percussion for drum and bass and dubstep-influenced drums, kill the acoustic guitar entirely, which represents Boot Hill's previous self, and transition into a more rock-influenced guitar sound, along with more synths. At the drop, we have all the elements of the full track, bringing back piano, acoustic guitar, synths, different electric guitars, and drums to emotionally tie together the climax of the entire story during the epic moment when Boot Hill finally frees himself.
As the song moves away from the more traditional cowboy western acoustic tone, we really wanted to emphasize as much movement as possible to support the rising action section. To do this, we ended up stacking multiple rhythmic parts together that build to create a new foundation to the track, which anchors all the synth and electronic elements. Incorporating a rock guitar element added grit and energy to the section, and as the action continues to rise, more and more layers get introduced. For the solos, we really wanted to support both the chaotic nature of the action as well as the emotional connection to the storyline. During the reveal section, we wanted to support all the vocals by helping build tension into the climax. And you can hear how the solo continues to grow in movement and pitch until we finally reach the peak, where Andrew delivers his epic guttural note. You then hear the primary soaring guitar solo, which really helps drive home the moment. And if you listen closely, you'll hear a secondary solo just underneath that one that emphasizes the movement and excitement of the section. This whole track was so much fun to record. With all the different textures and melodic elements, we really did have such a great time.
We were so honored to have Andrew Russell and Brenna Larsen sing on the track as Boot Hill and Boot Hill's daughter, respectively. Seriously, we were so excited. Kamille and I were freaking out on Discord calls. It was truly so special to have them for this HoYoFair video.
When you fall, just hear our call. On the wind, our voices make their home.
For Andrew, the direction here was to have both a sense of tiredness but also fortitude, which is challenging, but he nailed it. An Easter egg that some keen commenters saw already was when the rising action section happens and we start seeing some weird glitchy things happening in the animation, we start hearing a little of the effect of Boot Hill's synesthesia begin on certain words.
Toil and fight and bleed again. Struggles here, they hold no fear. We will meet you there together. Dawn of...
Andrew came in with the awesome suggestion to do a sick belt at the most critical part of the song, and it completely changed how we were thinking about that section. We actually ended up dropping the last note of the guitar solo there to have Boot Hill sing alone, signifying how he at that point in the narrative had to be the one to rescue himself. When the instrumental comes back in, his vocal matches the guitar solo at the start to represent his fight against his enemies and the world around him.
They're all around me.
Being the literal voice of the character, Andrew perfectly captured the emotion and the journey that Boot Hill goes on in this animation. As mentioned, we were also so excited to have Brenna sing on this track, with her playing double duty as both Boot Hill's daughter and as the village. Brenna perfectly captured the childlike tone of Boot Hill's daughter that we were going for in the start. We then slowly transitioned her voice into an adult woman vocal take that she did that represents both his daughter and the community around him.
When it burns, we'll stand and turn and we'll all be there together.
Brenna did such a fantastic job with all the complex harmonies, matching Andrew's energy in the verses and layering a ton of vocals for the choir. I gave her some really crunchy stuff in the sheet music and she totally nailed it.
Rising sun, I'm lost, I'm found. They're all around, from dark to light. I'm losing sight, they're closing in.
Finally, for the choir, we stacked many layers with a lot of different effects from Brenna, myself, Anthony, Andrew, and my friend Maria Komorowski. This represents the friends and the community that Boot Hill has around him who support him, reminding him that though he does carry a great weight, in the end, he is never truly alone. There are over 130 plus unique sounds and layers to this track, and it was a beast to mix, but it was a really fun challenge to figure out how to fit everything in. The track is now out for listening on streaming and available for purchase on Bandcamp and iTunes. Links are in the description below. If you haven't already, you can watch the full Dawn Again video, which is also linked below. It was a real honor and joy to get to work on this. Thank you to Kamille and the HoYoFair team so much for having us this year.